in the news a lot about potential vulnerabilities. Mail-in ballots. 58% of the ballots cast for the spring election in South Dakota came in absentee, many of those mail-in. Headlines yesterday indicated 97,000 absentee ballots already requested for the upcoming November election. Nationally, estimates are at a third of the population, voting population, will use absentee ballots. The president has been outspoken about funding for the Postal Service. What's your confidence level in people putting that ballot in the mailbox and it not being tampered with and getting delivered in time?
I am very confident here in South Dakota about the integrity of our election process. The Secretary of State sent out absentee ballot requests, not the ballots. When he sent out the requests, those are received, and an individual voter, a registered voter, could then, with proof of identity, send it back in, and they would get the ballot, the formal ballot out. That's a safe way of doing it. Send them back in by mail. That's fine. Do it a few days before the election, though, just to make sure.
Deadline.
Yeah, don't push it. And let's get them back in, and let's count them on election day. I am very confident that that will work. Two parts. Number one, the post office has all of their capabilities. They do over 400 million pieces of mail a day. Their first-class mail is actually down by 17% because of COVID-19. Even if all the mail in the United States was all the ballots that were out there were all done in one day, it's only 6%. They still won't reach their capacity for delivering it. We're okay on that. They've got $15 billion in the bank. They've got another $10 billion available for them now. It's not going to be a problem. It's a phony problem. It's not for real. Now, every state has a different mail-in ballot approach. I like ours. I wish it was being used by every other state where the absentee requests go out, but the individual voter sends theirs back. Some of the other states have said, well, we're just going to send the ballots out. Well, that's when you start to have problems, because who gets it? What if they've moved? Who's going to fill the ballot in and send it back in? And those are the things. People want integrity in their elections. What we do and the way we do it in South Dakota provides for that integrity. I just ask people, don't try to send it in on the day before the election, please. Get it in early. I mean, you can start mail-in ballots on the 19th of September. So get your ballot. And the other part of this is you can still request it. Even if you haven't requested a ballot, you can still request the absentee ballots now.
Right.
You can make your request. I hope
Simple
that
call
we have
to the county auditor, right?
Heck yeah. I mean, just give them a call. They'll send the request form out, fill it in, send it back in. It's easy. It works. It's not hard to do. I voted absentee last time around. So did Gene.
So let's talk about the post office from a business perspective, because that was news to me that they have $15 billion there.
$15 billion cash on hand as of today.
And then another $10 billion in grants, you said.
They have another $10 billion that's available to them right now in a loan, but in our proposal, we would make that a grant.
Mm-hmm. South Dakotans rely on the Postal Service. It is the highest rated federal agency, 91% approval rating. Do you have concerns about the conversations that the Postmaster General is having about reducing the number of boxes, getting rid of sorting equipment? What is his motive here? What is he working on?
Actually, and this is part of the conspiracy theory that's been out there. Did you know that this guy, he had contributed to President Trump's campaign? So everybody says, oh, he must be a President Trump. He was never nominated by President Trump. He wasn't brought in by President Trump. He was actually a unanimous selection by the Board of Governors for the Post Office to be recommended to the President. Now, who is that Board of Governors? It's a group of people, Republican and Democrat, bipartisan in nature, that are all approved by the Senate to begin with. So he's kind of taken it on the chin on this, but a number of changes were made, not by him to begin with, but they were made several years ago in terms of changes within the post office's operations. None of the standards of operation, in other words, none of the standards about mail delivery, absolutely none of them have been changed. So, are they down a little bit in first class? Yeah, but that's COVID-19. Mm-hmm. Do they have the ability to take more first class in? Yes. Do they have money on hand? Yes. Long term, have they been losing money? Yes, they have. Should we make some reforms in the post office? Yeah. But part of it, is because we've expected them that they were going to be making payments back on their pensions that are their way. They don't have enough money to pay all their old pensions, okay? But they were supposed to be making payments on that pension every single year, a payback on it. They haven't made a payment on their pensions since 2011, and so that's not even adding to the issue right now. We're just sharing with people. Look, do the mail-in. It works. It's fine. You can go. You can vote on election day, but you can also very safely vote absentee in South Dakota this year. And in fact, I strongly recommend it.